The two pieces, the two drawings of mine that are in the show Creator Created, one is of the entire museum building, and I drew it from across the road and a little further away because I had not seen anybody take a photograph or do a painting from that vantage point. And I was trying to do things a little bit different so that when somebody came to the museum or came in the museum and saw any of the drawings that I've done, they would have to stop and think about where I was. Even if they came into the museum every day for 20 years, they'd have to really stop and think. Which is why I drew the view of the rotunda from up on the balcony, because we've all been in the rotunda so many times and are used to seeing things at, I guess street level, you'd say. And it gave a really cool perspective for me to draw it from up on the balcony where I'm looking down on the deep, deep shadows that are coming in from the strong sunlight from the windows. Very long shadows across the floor. And one thing I've noticed, whatever I'm drawing, and I'm usually not even conscious of it when I'm taking photographs, there's always a challenge, whether it's technical or, how am I going to figure out how to make this look like what it is. And the challenge for that particular one was because it was shown through the window out onto the terrace, out onto the pond, out onto the land beyond the road and the tree line, was to figure out how to make things like look like they were going off in the distance. If you're a painter, you can do that by muting the colors and adding a little white and blue for the further away you get. So that was a neat challenge to figure out. I like the challenge. I think that's why I like pen and ink so much, because it is a challenge to figure out sometimes how to do things and to have them look like what I imagine in my mind's eye when I'm thinking about drawing them. My aim is to always create the best art that I can recreate and to never stop growing as an artist and to persevere, because nothing happens overnight. This is a process and a journey, and you have to keep going, and you'll hit a lot of stumbling blocks along the way, but if you keep going and do the best you can, it usually works out okay. And what I tell young artists when they ask for the advice, I tell them to pick one thing that they love and do it well and focus on that, and they will go farther more quickly and become better artists and grow as artists if they do that. Artists love to go off on rabbit trails. Like you'll see somebody doing something in another medium, you think, oh, that's cool, that's great. But every rabbit trail that you go off on keeps you from moving forward. So that's what I would tell a young artist.